e-commerce brand, and its marketplace attracts, on average, over 32 million visitors every month. But the company is struggling as inflationary pressure has caused a currency crisis in Africa, which dents its revenues. I talked to the chief executive, Francis Dufay. I asked him if Africa was a difficult market to master.
It's a continent where it's perceived to be more difficult to operate. The market dynamics are not the same. It's a lot of smaller markets. So the fundamentals are very different from massive markets like Europe, Asia, Southeast Asia, or Southern or Northern America. E-commerce and Jumia are the crossroads of many different sectors: tech, payment, retail, logistics, and all those sectors are going to undergo massive transformations over the next couple of years and decades across the continent. So it's, of course, going to be a huge boost for e-commerce and for us. And on top of that, a huge consumer class is emerging across the continent as we speak, right before our eyes. With 2.5 billion people living across Africa by 2050, all aspiring to achieve consumption standards that are comparable to the rest of the world. We're looking at an unprecedented opportunity for e-commerce.
The lack of reliable infrastructure is just one of the many challenges that are presented to e-commerce businesses across Africa. What are you doing from a practical point of view to counter those challenges?
If you come with your blueprint of e-commerce that worked everywhere else in the world and you want to implement it and copy-paste it in Africa, it will surely not work, that's for sure. On the other hand, what you can do is adapt. And at Jumia, we've really adapted and fine-tuned the business model of e-commerce to the markets where we operate. Speaking specifically of infrastructure, at this stage, we don't see infrastructure as a blocker for e-commerce across the continent. We have the right roads to deliver our parcels. Internet connectivity is sufficient for our customers to come to our platforms. So it's not really a blocker. And of course, we look forward to an improvement in a lot of domains in infrastructure, and it will keep on boosting e-commerce, but it's not blocking us yet.
How big a threat is Amazon to your business?
We've been competing with Amazon in some countries, in a country like Egypt, over the past years. I understand they're launching very soon in South Africa with a local marketplace. There have been rumors about Nigeria that are not confirmed. We don't see it as a threat. We believe that we have built in our key markets pretty strong business, great barriers to entry, and we are happy to see that Amazon's interest in Africa is validating the opportunity actually.
The CEO of Jumia there. Well, let's look at financial